You're not going to believe this, but everything you've ever thought was real might be nothing more than a program. A carefully designed illusion, a simulation. And the most astonishing part is, you're not just a player in it. You're also the coder. Welcome to a reality far stranger than fiction. If you've ever felt like there's more to life than what meets the eye, if you've ever sensed the presence of invisible patterns pulling the strings behind your experiences, this video is going to change the way you see everything. Subscribe now if you're ready to unlock the hidden architecture of your life and break free from the invisible matrix that's been shaping your thoughts, beliefs, and destiny. Let's begin with a question most people never ask. What is reality? Is it what you can see, touch, and measure? Or is it something deeper? Scientists, philosophers, and mystics alike have been telling us something shocking for centuries. That what we perceive as solid, permanent, and external is actually fluid, programmable, and internal. What we call the real world might just be a projection, a simulation. One that responds to our thoughts, emotions, and frequency like code in a game engine. But if this is a simulation, who created it? And why? Is it a cruel joke or a divine training ground? And most importantly, how do we break free? To understand that, we need to zoom out. Way out. Let's talk about the concept of the simulation theory. Popularized by thinkers like Nick Bostrom and even embraced by tech billionaires, simulation theory suggests that our reality is the output of a highly advanced computation, that our consciousness is experiencing a digital-like construct. But this idea is not new. Ancient Vedic texts described the world as Maya, an illusion. Plato's allegory of the cave painted a world of shadows projected on a wall. The Gnostics warned that our world was a prison crafted by a false creator. All these traditions pointed to the same truth, that what we call reality is not the ultimate truth. It's a veil. But here's the twist. The simulation is not inherently evil. It's not something to fear. In fact, it's a tool, a mirror, a school. It's here to teach us something profound. It's here to awaken us that the first step to breaking free is recognizing the patterns. Look at your life. The same relationships. The same problems. The same cycles repeating. This isn't coincidence. It's code. Your subconscious beliefs are the operating system of your simulation. Your thoughts are the commands. Your emotions are the power source. The moment you realize that your outer world is a feedback loop of your inner world, everything changes. You are not a passive observer. You are the architect. The simulation bends to your frequency. Raise your frequency, and the simulation has no choice but to reflect that shift. Let's break that down even more. Every thought you think emits a vibrational signal. That signal interacts with the simulation's code. When you dwell in fear, scarcity, or anger, the simulation presents matching experiences. Not to punish you, but to alert you to your frequency. The simulation is responsive, not reactive. It doesn't judge. It mirrors. That's its genius. And that's your key to freedom. So, how do we hack it? How do we move beyond the illusion? Step 1 is awareness. Start noticing the code. Your habits, your beliefs, the language you use, the stories you tell yourself. These are the scripts running the simulation. Every time you catch yourself thinking, I'm not good enough, or I never have enough money, you're literally inserting code that maintains your prison. Step 2 is reprogramming. Use affirmations, visualizations, and emotional resonance to overwrite old code. Instead of, I'm always struggling, speak, I live in a world that responds to my abundance mindset. But here's the catch. It's not just words. It's the feeling behind them that writes the code. Feel it real. That's the language the simulation listens to. Step 3 is disruption. Break patterns. Do something new. Think something new. Step out of the loop. The simulation thrives on repetition. It expects you to behave in the same ways so it can feed you the same outcomes. The moment you act differently, the code scrambles. The program has to adapt. And that's when miracles occur. But this isn't just about personal growth. This is about waking up collectively. The more of us that realize we're living in a programmable field, the more the simulation evolves. It's like we're inside a video game, and once enough players become lucid, the whole game upgrades. We shift from base reality to a higher level of the simulation, a level where synchronicity is the norm, where intuition becomes your compass, where manifestation is instant, where time bends and space responds. Let's talk about the glitches. Ever notice repeating numbers? People appearing at the exact moment you think of them? Deja vu? Those are signs the simulation is showing its seams. They're not random. They're nudges, clues. The simulation wants you to wake up. It plants breadcrumbs everywhere. Once you start seeing them, you can't unsee them. Let's take a deeper look into the role of your subconscious mind. Your subconscious is the gateway between you and the simulation. It's the part of you that interfaces with the code. You may consciously say you want wealth or love, but if your subconscious is programmed with fear, unworthiness, or guilt, the simulation responds to that frequency instead. That's why shadow work is crucial. Healing the hidden programs frees your simulation from distortion. Now here's a powerful truth. The simulation doesn't have power over you. It draws its power from your attention. Where your attention goes, energy flows. Every time you obsess over what's wrong, the simulation magnifies it. Every time you focus on what's possible, the simulation shifts. You are the director. The world is your screen. It gets even deeper. Time is not linear in the simulation. What you call past and future are just different layers of code stacked in multi-dimensional space. You can collapse timelines. You can jump quantum fields, all through intention and awareness. Your future self already exists. You can tune into their frequency right now and pull their wisdom into the present. You're not bound by fate. You're navigating an open-world simulation with infinite branching paths. But what about pain, suffering, injustice? Why does the simulation allow those things? Because contrast creates growth. Pain is the catalyst that wakes us up. Every hardship is an encoded challenge meant to push you toward remembrance. The simulation isn't punishing you. It's training you. And once you learn the lesson, the level changes. Let's talk about the veil. The veil is the illusion of separation. That you are separate from others, from source, from power. The moment you pierce that illusion and realize everything is connected, you regain your keys to the simulation. Unity consciousness is not an ideal. It's a hack. It upgrades your simulation to an entirely new experience. Now I want to give you a tool. A method to start shifting the simulation. Now, close your eyes and picture your life as a hologram. Imagine every person, every situation, every challenge as pixels in a digital landscape. See it clearly. Now hold the emotion of deep gratitude. Not for what is, but for what's coming. Flood your system with that frequency. You're rewriting the code. You're issuing new commands. You're shifting timelines. Stay in that vibration as long as you can. The longer you hold it, the faster. The simulation aligns. You are not powerless. You are not stuck. You are not broken. You are a creator navigating a responsive field of energy disguised as matter. This is your awakening. The simulation is not your prison. It's your canvas. And now that you know how to paint, what reality will you create? If this message resonated with you, if you felt even a flicker of remembering, then you're already starting to break free. Share this with someone who's ready to see beyond the veil. Subscribe now so you never forget what you are truly capable of, because this isn't just a video. It's a doorway, and you just stepped through it.